The following content does not reflect the opinions of Fox Sports Radio. In fact, you will likely get 5% dumber listening to it.
All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the number one rated Paulie Tony Fusco show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today.
Let's go.
Joel Embiid pulling off the greatest comeback in NBA history.
Yo.
Plus, shock across the NFL as potential number one pick Caleb Williams is seen wearing pink fingernail polish
Horrible.
and carrying a pink phone case. And we'll tell you why this could have disastrous consequences.
Yeah.
Not just for him, but for society as a whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we're also going to be getting into that and much more with our guest today, a real man who has crystal clear fingernails. Crystal clear, I can assume also a black or blue phone case.
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
not pink.
100%.
But we'll find out. Eagles great Bubby Brister.
Yeah, can't wait for that. That's going to be
also,
exciting.
we're going to respond to critics of this show who say we don't do enough to cover women's sports and that we don't know about it. Yeah, prepare to be dunked on, people.
Exactly. It's technically going to be the first dunk in the history of women's basketball.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll also be announcing our winner this week for our rate and review contest. That'll be later in the show.
Yup,
so
stay
have
tuned.
patience. And we'll also tell you how to enter this week's contest. All right?
Yeah, so get your pens and your papers ready.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get into our top story, it's been a big week for us, Tony. Last week,
it has.
Right here on this show, we launched the hottest no gambling app in sports, Fusco Bet.
Incredible.
Now, this has drawn some criticism from people too, morons, who say that we are somehow enticing people to make bad bets so we can make money. But that's just ridiculous, isn't it, Tony?
Hello? Last week, we told you to bet NC State to win it all at plus 13,000 odds. And look, now they're only 2 games away from the title. And all they have to potentially do is beat 2 number 1 seeds, including the defending champion. No problem. They got this.
They totally got this, Tony.
Yeah.
And anyway, this week, when you hear that sounder on the show, there it is.
Yes,
that
love
means
that.
It's time for Tony's big bet of the week, so stay tuned.
Yeah, unless you don't like winning millions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, now it's time to get into all the big headlines and our top story.
Top story.
Of course, the top story, Joel Embiid coming back from injury, playing in his first game since January 30th, dropping 24 on the Thunder in a decisive victory, 109-105. And Tony, this was such a smart strategy here by Embiid, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So much of sports is timing. You have to know when not to get injured and when to get injured. And Joel Embiid picked the perfect time to aggravate his injury so he could be rested and ready for the playoffs. When you think about it, if LeBron James had gotten injured more in the middle of the season, his career wouldn't be such a flaming disappointment.
Such smart analysis there, Tony. And now, moving to just a shocking story in the NFL. Potential number 1 pick, Caleb Williams, was seen at a women's college basketball game wearing, get this, Tony, pink fingernail polish,
Unbelievable.
lip gloss, and holding a pink phone case, which has already sent him tumbling down many draft boards.
Just so sad to see there.
You got to ask yourself, what happened to the days when quarterbacks were men? Guys like Johnny Unitas, right, Tony?
Fingernails as clear as day.
Yeah, a Bart Starr,
Yeah, nails that were like shower doors, they were so clear.
And, like Ron Jaworski, that's a man.
Yeah, just a real macho man all around.
Joe Namath. Well, now, maybe not Joe Namath. Not the best example.
You get the point.
Yeah, anyway. It just shows, this whole thing just shows you how masculinity continues to be under attack in America. First
Terrible.
It was the Barbie movie.
Ugh.
Then it was having to see Taylor Swift at a football game.
Ugh.
Now you got quarterbacks painting their nails. I mean, this is the NFL, not a hot topic. Just a very dangerous trend here, isn't it, Tony?
Where does it stop? First, they're taking all the hitting out of football, and now are all QBs going to start painting their nails too? And who's going to be starting at QB next? Is it going to be Jeff George or Boy George?
Good question.
And will NFL teams start forcing players to wear dresses instead of uniforms? I don't know. Are they going to replace football games with episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race? It's a very slippery slope.
Just such thought-provoking commentary there, Tony. And, my question, how did this get past all these so-called NFL scouts?
No clue.
Aren't they supposed to be spotting troubling behavior like this? I think, we need to start rethinking the combine, don't we, Tony?
100%. Forget the combine and this wonderful test BS. All scouts need to do is they need to take these prospects to an iPhone store and ask them to pick out a phone case. And if they pick out anything but black or blue, maybe gray or possibly green, that's okay. But if they go pink or red or even sky blue and not blue, they're out.
Absolutely.
They're done.
You have to draw the line somewhere, and that's it.
You do. Enough's enough.
We'll be getting to this with our guest shortly, but let's just get to some other big stories.
Okay.
The Chiefs continue to copy the Eagles.
That's all they do.
First, they got our coach, Andy Reid.
Yup.
Now they're getting our former quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Exactly.
Signing him to be the backup to Mahomes.
Yeah,
but, Tony, if you're Mahomes, you got to be worrying about your job security.
Totally.
Don't you?
100%. If I'm the Chiefs, I've got to be thinking Carson Wentz might be the better option at QB. I mean, look at Patrick Mahomes. He's doing commercials, interviews, going to the ESPYs, hanging out with Taylor Swift. But do you see Carson Wentz doing any of that? No, you don't. That's because his focus is on football only. That's what you want to see out of a quarterback.
Just can't argue any of that, Tony. Sound analysis all around.
Thank you.
Now let's move to baseball, where the Houston Astros got their first win of the season off a no-hitter by rookie Ronel Blanco against the Blue Jays, where, marked the earliest no-hitter in a baseball season ever. But, there's an angle to this game, Tony, that the media is not talking about, totally ignoring. And, it's really cause for concern, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I can't believe nobody's talking about this. Look at the uniforms the Astros were wearing during the game. They didn't say Houston or Astros on them. They said Space City. No wonder the Blue Jays played so badly. They were probably confused by those uniforms. They were like, wait, I thought we're supposed to be playing Houston. Who are these people? Are they aliens? Are they from outer space? Is our planet being colonized right now in some hostile extraterrestrial takeover? Imagine trying to hit a ball with all that going on in your head. It's impossible.
It's impossible, Tony.
Yeah.
Terrific analysis there. And, just staying in baseball, you got a lot of traction last week off a take you had, just a smart take. You pointed out that pitcher, Yu Darvish, he should have been betting like Ohtani was betting, because then he could have blamed his interpreter if anything went wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Explain that, Tony.
He could be like, I didn't say you bet like me bet. I meant you bet like you bet. When you think about it, every Japanese player should consider changing their name to you. That way, they could bet all they want.
Just such terrific insight and advice there, Tony. And now to the segment of the show where we're going to discuss the biggest sporting event of the week. And of course, we're talking about women's college basketball there, Tony. And a lot of people, women, they've been coming up to us during the week complaining that we don't cover women's sports or college basketball in this show, saying we don't know anything about it. What?
Yeah, not true at all.
Yeah, not true at all. And just to prove it, we're going to dunk on all you out there, because right now, Tony is going to give you 5 full minutes of uninterrupted, in-depth, expert analysis on all angles of the upcoming Women's Final Four.
Yeah, get ready, because here we go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here, put 5 minutes on the clock. Watch this, people. Okay, Tony, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Here's my expert breakdown. I'm very familiar with the 4 teams left in this year's tourney, and let me tell you, these are 4 of the best teams in the country. They play sound basketball, and they know their fundamentals. I think these remaining games are going to be all about which team shoots the ball better, but also protects the ball and their hoop. I predict it's just going to come down to which team wants it more, and that team will be champions. How am I doing on time right now?
Oh, good. You still have about, 4 minutes, give or take,
that's
to go.
perfect, actually, because I've got so much more I want to get to. From what I've seen so far, I think another huge factor is going to be which team gets the ball in the basket the most times, because, of course, that's how you score points. And this is going to come down to who hits the most twos and also threes. And also, you have to make your free throws and also fundamentals. So, how am I doing on time right now?
Still got around the 3:30 mark, somewhere around there. You can keep going.
Great, because I have so much more to discuss. So much of this comes down to not only shooting, but coaching too, and what the game plan the coaches have cooked up. But it's not just the game plan as well. It's how you execute the game plan. Again, this all goes back to fundamentals and the will to win. It's a simple equation when you think about it. Offense plus defense plus coaching plus free throws minus turnovers plus will to win plus fundamentals equals championship.
Oh, wait a second, Tony. I got to stop you there. You heard that sound. That means it's time. Sorry, got to interrupt for the Fusco bet of the week.
Here we go.
Tony, here we go. Tony's going to help you win some money. So, Tony, what you got this week?
Okay, here we go. This is my men's Final Four risk-free can't lose 9-leg parlay. I'm taking Cinderella NC State to beat Purdue by 20 points. And I'm taking Alabama to beat UConn in a historic, shocking upset. Plus, I'm predicting UConn will also be held to under 50 total points, while the over for the game will be 120 total points. All 5 of Alabama's starters will score double digits. That's my lock of the week. Boom.
Wow, download the Fusco Bet app now.
Yeah.
All bets are non-refundable and can be canceled at any time by the provider. Gambling problem? Call 1-900-ASK-TONY for gambling advice at $39 per minute.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Okay, well, that was a big opening segment there. Time to get to our guests, so let's get on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right. At least I thought Bubby's supposed to be on right now. What's going on back there?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Got a little connection problem.
What? You mean you have the connection problem between your brain and the rest of your body?
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell? You can't get a guy on the phone?
You have to download the app. You got to get it on your phone and stuff.
And he didn't do that in advance? Did you tell him to do that in advance? I see what's going on here, Tony.
Yeah.
We had Bubby Brister. What we needed a starting guest so Bubby could be the backup and then come in as the backup. He's maybe not used to like going straight to him.
Maybe we get, John Elway, Randall Cunningham in. They get injured.
There you go. You get them, you book them.
Bubby comes on.
Then when they go down, Bubby comes in. It's just more natural for him.
Exactly. That's what we should have done.
Now it makes total sense. So anyway, all right. Well, I guess we're going to wait here for Bubby to figure out how to download the app to his phone. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a
okay,
good
no
lesson
problem.
We're always
We're going to take a TV timeout over here.
Yeah, we're going to take a TV timeout.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on with Bubby and also possibly kill our producer. We'll be right back.
Visit the official Fusco Show merch store now by clicking the link in the description to get apparel from your favorite show and to stop freeloading off all our content.
Okay, we're back from commercial. We're being told that we are getting Bubby, but only over the phone, no video, because he couldn't figure out how to install the Zoom app on his phone. He's truly a 1990s quarterback in many ways.
Yup.
All right. Bubby, are you there? Can you hear us?
Hey. I'm here.
Oh, all right. There we go. We got him.
Yeah,
It
now
worked.
he's working. Okay.
Hey, Tony, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Such an honor to welcome to the show. There, we got him here. Here he's coming in. A former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback in the 90s, also played for the Steelers, the Broncos, and unfortunately for him, the Jets. He also once held the longest rushing touchdown by a Broncos QB, which I guess isn't tough to do since Broncos QBs are typically, immobile and unathletic. Anyway, look, the good news is we finally got him on the Zoom. So let's bring him in here. Bubby Brister, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you, fellas. Glad to be here, and apologize for my illiteracy technology bullshit.
Oh, well, that's a very fancy way of saying it. You're not a Zoom user, I take it. You've never done much video conferencing, Bubby?
No, I don't want to. Nobody needs to see this ugly mug.
Well, anyway. We had a theory as to what's going on here.
Yeah.
Do you think, your experience more as a backup QB, right? Do you think maybe if we had put a guest here like John Elway first, that would have given you time to get ready, and then we could have brought you in as the backup?
Yeah,
would that have helped?
We did the interview for like 5-6 minutes with Elway, and then he gets injured, then you would have been ready to come in.
Possibly would have worked better. I agree with you.
Yep.
See, there, that's it. Our NFL minds thinking there. Anyway,
Yep.
all right. But look, good news. You're here. We can't see you, but we'll work with it. Okay.
Yep.
So much to talk about, Bubby. Let's first get the elephant in the circus out of the way here. You obviously did not win a Super Bowl here in Philly, which was a huge disappointment to pretty much everyone. But you did win 2 Super Bowls as a backup in Denver, behind Elway. So how much do you blame Randall Cunningham for, keeping you from winning Super Bowls here?
Well, actually, I played a lot the second year there. Randall was hurt, and, I wanted to stay another year, but I knew I wasn't going to have a chance to play or compete or anything like that because he was the franchise guy, so I moved on. But I actually had one of the best years I've ever had statistically. And the players we had were phenomenal to play with. We had Freddie and Calvin and Mark Bavaro and Herschel Walker. Who in the hell was better than those guys? I mean, it was a dream come true for me to get in there. I didn't really want to leave Philly, but sometimes you got to move on.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Yep, they don't know. Nobody wants to leave Philly. It's true.
We were supporting you at the time.
Yeah, we were.
Unfortunately, the Eagles organization did not listen to us because we were still in middle school. But, look, the fans in Philly, though, let's talk about the fans, right? We know they could be critical.
Just a little bit.
Because they do know more about football than most people.
Yeah.
Bubby, what was your worst fan interaction in Philly, and how traumatized are you still by it?
There's nothing much that could traumatize me after playing that many years in the league. But I tell you, I had a good game, and we won. But I didn't play so well maybe the last series or two. And they were booing me when I walked off the field. I'm like, we're freaking winning. So that was and I told my wife that, of course, she didn't understand all that. I said, well, look, they expect you to play well and do well all the time. I mean, they are great fans.
Yep. They were giving you constructive booing. It was constructive booing.
That's right. I understood. I mean, I didn't go out and have a beer with them after the game. They'll quit booing.
But did you ever give it back to them, threaten violence, just to say, like, I hear you, but, shut up?
No, I didn't. I never got a chance to play in the snow where we could throw snowballs back at them. But we didn't. But anyway, I have a great memories in Philly, and I think the fans were awesome, and they expect you to freaking win. If you don't play well, they're going to let you know it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you can't operate a Zoom or a video conference, like most humans, we'll let you know it too.
Yeah,
but, hey,
I still got 8-track. I still got 8-track player in my freaking truck, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't believe. I bet you're coming to us on a CB radio right now, based on your technical knowledge. Anyway, look, let's talk right now. Let's go to more positive things because we want to keep. We're very honored to have you here. Even in audio only. But in the 1998 season, right? Let's go back to that. John Elway gets injured. You come in. You go 4-0.
4-0.
And that team winds up winning the Super Bowl. Okay. Now remember that. Then in 2015, Peyton Manning is the quarterback for the Broncos. He gets injured. Brock Osweiler comes in, goes 5-2. They wind up winning the Super Bowl. So don't you think this just proves that Elway and Peyton are these overrated hacks who can't win Super Bowls on their own?
No, I don't, because Peyton won one, before he got to Denver, and then John won one the year before where I never really got on the field very much. No, they're both great quarterbacks, and it was just an honor to play behind John and have a chance to play with great players once I got on the field. And I felt like, I was a good quarterback, a real good quarterback. When I have a good team around me, it's hard to play that position when you got a crappy team around you. It's just the way it is.
Well, what was the crappiest team you played for? Was it the Jets? Had to be, right?
At that time it was, and look, I'm a Jets fan now that Aaron's up there and all that, but it's a deal. It was Jets, just in the season.
There you go. That's good wordplay there.
Yep.
I love that.
For that year, by the way.
Yep.
Not all the time, for that year. But
Aaron Rodgers, clearly, don't you think it was smart by him to get injured on the first drive last year?
Yeah, this way he didn't have to play.
He could just end the season. Wasn't that smart?
Well, that was just the end of the season, a whole different way about putting it. But yeah, you may be right. We'll find out this year, won't we?
Yep. I
will. Predict he may make it to the third drive, maybe the fourth. We'll see.
Yep.
All right. But just quickly, I know it's a sore subject, but don't you think Elway is hogging the credit for that Super Bowl? I mean, when the owner there, Pat Bolin, said this one's for John, shouldn't he have said this one's for John and Bubby and mostly Bubby?
Yeah.
I think that was the first one that he did that. The second one, I think that was for all of us. But we were going to beat Atlanta on the second. We were actually getting ready to play Minnesota, and then Atlanta beat Minnesota. We really thought the Vikings were going to win. We were going to beat Atlanta no matter. Heck, I could have played that game maybe, and we would have had a chance to win.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't mind him saying this was for John and Bob. That'd been a good deal.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right,
there you go.
Look, we don't want to bring up another sore subject here for you, but Nick Foles, Eagles QB, he had success with the Philly special. He caught a pass in the Super Bowl, as you remember, for a touchdown. You only caught 2 passes in your career. One was for 2 yards. The other was for negative 10 yards. How do you catch a pass for negative 10 yards?
Because somebody probably batted it at the line of scrimmage, and you reach up and you catch it, so you're already in negative territory. I don't remember those 2 plays, and I really don't want to think about trying to remember those 2 plays. But that's how you get a negative reception. Is the ball get tipped and you catch it back there, and then Reggie White busts your ass, something like that. Then there you have it.
Yep. Go. Good call. Best to just move on in life.
One more question about your career before we move on. You were a Broncos QB. In terms of Broncos QBs through the years, how far ahead of Tim Tebow will you rank yourself?
Oh, I'm not going to go. I'm not going down that road.
Oh. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in the ranking deal. I just, I was just glad I played 15 years and was blessed to be able to do it. And people come and go, and it's just depends on what year it is, on who's playing where. And
very safe political answer there by you. It's why you're still beloved.
Yup. You did have the longest rushing touchdown by a Broncos quarterback for a long time, but you had a very long 38-yard touchdown run with the Broncos.
Yeah. Amazing how fast you can run when you're scared.
Oh, who was running after you?
11 Kansas City Chiefs that were pissed.
Oh.
Well, they didn't catch you. That's all that matters.
You know why? You know why they didn't catch me? Because I faked the run and play to Terrell Davis, and all 11 of them tried to tackle him, and I booted out the side, and I was all by myself out there. I'm like, okay, bro.
Because they thought there's no way in hell this slow guy is going to be running the ball. So everybody, all 11 guys went and tackled Terrell Davis, but you kept the ball.
One of the best calls Shanahan ever made. He's like, fake 37, and he said, bro, keep the ball. I'm like, what? He said, keep the ball. I said, okay. But, it was like 3rd and 1, and then nobody expected me to keep the ball. But it was a great call by Mike, and then I just tried to run as fast as I could to get to the end zone before I got killed.
Wow. The fear of
What a
death.
great call. Maybe Kyle Shanahan should do that. That's why Kyle Shanahan keeps losing. He doesn't do those types of plays his dad did.
Boy, Dad can call some plays now.
Yup.
When I played, if he made me look good, think how good a coach he is.
Well, he made Elway look good, which I still don't know how he did that, to this day.
Yep, absolutely.
You're very positive.
Yeah,
you're a positive thinker.
We like
and based
that.
on that, we want to ask you about some current events news in the league. In fact, some backup QB news. You were talking about the Chiefs. You saw the Chiefs signed former Eagle Carson Wentz to back up Patrick Mahomes. Now, Bubby, if I'm the Chiefs, I've got to be concerned right now about Mahomes' focus. You see him all over. He's doing commercials.
Hanging out.
He's doing interviews. He's going to the ESPYs.
With Taylor
He's hanging
Swift.
out with Taylor Swift.
Yup.
You don't see Carson Wentz doing all that. Don't you think it's better to have a QB like Wentz who is so focused only on football and has his priorities straight?
Well, I think so. Plus he knows the system and everything. And
there you go.
If something does happen to Patrick, he'd be ready to play, and they would have a chance, sort of like what we did. If you have a good backup that you don't miss a beat, if the guy gets nicked or injured, then you have a better chance to keep winning. So I don't think Patrick Mahomes is in a league all by himself. Now, he'll be ready to play and all that, but injuries do happen. I just think the Chiefs made another good move to put themselves in a position to win if something does happen.
I like what you just said there.
Yeah.
That Carson Wentz is the key to the Chiefs' next Super Bowl victory.
Absolutely.
You said that.
You
That will not be taken out of context at all.
Play. Yeah, you never know when the backup's going to have to play. If you got a good one,
there you go.
You're going to keep
there
moving
you
on.
go. Yup. Look at Nick Foles with Carson Wentz. So there you
That's
go.
right. There you go.
See, this is the NFL analysis you can't get anywhere else. Talking about quarterbacks, Bubby, you may have seen this very disturbing news. Prospective number 1 pick Caleb Williams out of USC was seen wearing pink fingernail polish. He was carrying a pink phone case.
Not good.
And wearing lip gloss. Lip gloss, may I say. I've never said the word gloss out loud
never even
before.
heard of it.
Yeah. Anyway, Bubby, as a former NFL quarterback and a true macho
and a man's
just
man.
listen to that macho voice of yours. How horrified are you to see a quarterback behaving this way?
Well, it's pretty. If it's for real, it's pretty upsetting, and I would hope they took that picture during Halloween or some crazy shit.
There you go.
Exactly.
I couldn't deal with it otherwise.
Yup.
First of all, what color are your fingernails?
Yeah.
I'm assuming clear as day.
Clear.
Whatever,
like a shower door.
whatever color God made them.
Yup.
There
There
you
you go.
By the way, let me ask you, did you see the Barbie movie? Did you see this?
No, I did not. Did you?
No,
I didn't even
I'm
know
just
it
saying
existed.
I've heard.
Yeah.
This is what happens is that men go in that theater and they come out wearing pink fingernails. Yeah.
I don't think that's meant for men to go to that a whole lot. I don't know that for a fact, but I just didn't Barbie like a girl doll.
Yeah,
Yup.
a girl doll.
Yup.
Right.
Exactly.
That they made a movie.
They made a movie out of it. See, he doesn't even know about it. That's how manly he is,
exactly.
bro. Yeah, that's good for you. Yup.
Can I ask you one more question? What color is your phone case that you're using right now? What color?
It's gray, and I have since I've gotten older, I leave stuff all over. So I have my wife got me a gray phone case that has my wallet stuff in it, my glasses, my reader glasses, and my phone all in one. I got a 3-in-1 gray leather phone case.
That's an acceptable.
You are a true man. Nobody's taking away your man
You
card.
are a true man. You're
know, I
a
just
man's man.
It's the dark Eagles color gray.
Yeah, see? That's still in his heart. Philly is in his heart, bro.
You're an NFL veteran. The league is about to draft this guy as their number 1 player. Don't you think you want to tell the Bears right now, do not draft Caleb Williams? Maybe go with someone manlier.
I'm not going to tell them what to do. They all get paid good money to do that. They've done a lot of research.
Bubby, the NFL, this is the future of the NFL we're talking about. We need you to do this.
Well, you know what the NFL stands for, don't you?
What?
Not for long. So
No.
that's
You know
my-
what stands?
that's all I-
You know it's
that's
not
all I
for
have to
long.
say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's you on this show.
Exactly.
You can't turn on a camera.
Yeah, can't
and
turn
guess
on the
what also you
camera.
can't turn
Doesn't
on?
wanna
You
tell
can't
the NFL,
turn on
the
Caleb
Bears,
Williams.
anything.
So guess what,
Guess
Bubby?
what, Bubby?
Your bubble's broken.
Guess
You're
what?
off the
You're
show.
off the
Get
show.
out of here. Go figure out how to download
You're
Zoom.
off the show.
You're getting zoomed into a phone
We're
line.
gonna zoom you off
Bye.
the show.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
You know, I think the people at Zoom were trying to tell us something there,
Yeah,
Tony.
maybe
with
we
those
shouldn't have brought him in
technical
off the bench. You know, that's what Zoom was trying to tell us.
There you go. Good. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's not let him ruin, which was otherwise a terrific show. Don't
No.
forget, place your bets now on the
Yeah,
Fusco Bet app.
Fusco
And,
Bet.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, you
talking to
kidding me?
someone who spent his whole life on the bench.
Yeah, producer Jay, what do you want?
Corrections.
Hurry up, go.
You pronounced the last name of the Houston Astros pitcher who threw a no-hitter as Blanco.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, read his jersey, bro.
Yeah.
No, his name is pronounced Blanco, not Blanco. You should probably learn to pronounce his name correctly because dude's going to be a star.
Oh, really? Well, after the show, I'm going to be shooting at you from Point Blanco range.
Yeah, and I can't wait to correctly pronounce you dead. Oh,
good
you're
one, Tony.
done. You're finished. Let's get out of here. Show's over.
no, hold
Why?
on.
Go.
You said you're predicting Alabama to hold UConn to under 50 total points?
Lock, bro.
Stifling defense, bro.
Yeah.
UConn hasn't been held under 60 all year. So 50 is probably not going to happen.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to hold you under water until you suffocate and die.
Yeah, and you know what also is probably not going to happen? Yo, touching a woman. Oh,
great
you're
one, Tony.
done. Let's get out of here. The show's done.
No.
Why? Hurry up.
By the way, you said the Sixers beat the Thunder in a decisive victory.
Yeah, killed him, bro.
Never in doubt, bro.
Yeah.
No, the final score was 109 to 105. That's not the definition of decisive. They only beat them by 4 points.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to beat you with my hammer.
Yeah. You are the definition of a virgin. Oh, he said.
Great one, Tony.
He's
And here's another
soaking, he
great one.
said.
We're going to announce the winner of this week's Rate and Review contest.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jack McKenzie. We'll be emailing you a free piece of merch from our store.
Congrats
and, hey, if
to
you still
you,
want to
Jack.
enter the contest,
You know
even
Jack,
if you've done a
bro.
review in the past, you can still do it. All you got to do is post a review on Apple
Simple as
Podcasts,
that, bro.
screenshot it, and send it to our email,
No cheating,
info
bro.
at fuscoshow.com. And here's another thing that just came across our email,
What?
Tony.
What?
Just booked for next week.
Who?
Another legendary backup. Nick Foles, Super Bowl hero, will be on this show.
Huge.
Hey, don't forget, enter the contest. Go to our merch store, buy all the
Buy
merch.
all the
And,
merch.
Tony, great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.